What's good, YouTube? DM Gaming here, guys. And today I want to talk about one of the really the most undiscussed, yet one of the most influential game mechanics, and that's the community board and soul emblems. Let's go. All right, guys. So, today I want to talk about the community board. I want to talk about soul emblems because it's very prominent and important that we discuss this. Now, before we get into that, Bandai Namco did release on their Twitter the video, I think it was yesterday actually, showing Android 18 as a support character. And they're also showing this. They showed this on the progression trailer as well. Now, guys, the reason I'm bringing this up is because this was supposed to be content that comes after the story. Like, they're not telling you that Android 18, she is a support character, but she technically won't be support until after the story, or at least that's what the V-Jump leaks talked about. Goten and Kid Trunks being support characters, as well as Android 18 after you complete the story. And then there's also a sub quest that opens up, which is this one actually, where Gohan helps Mr. Satan fight dinosaurs. You see the recommended level here for this is level 76, and you see the amount of XP and D medals and stuff like that as well. So, I don't know why they're showing that now. I get it, but, I don't know. I just wanted to bring that to y'all's attention. Maybe we're wrong. Maybe Android 18 will be a support character before the end of the story. I don't know. Kid Trunks and Goten could as well. The V-Jump leaks could be inaccurate as far as their translation. I don't know. But anyway, so let's get into soul emblems because that's what we're here for. So as you can see here, Gohan's actually level 63, guys. So this is like in game. That could very well hold true that this is a thing after the story, which if they're showing this, that means that there is a good amount of content afterwards. But anyway, so the community board. So he just completed this mission and he got a soul emblem from Mr. Satan. And now his community level here, he's pretty much level 1 in everything. So they're going to rate different levels and different things. And say, for example, his training was like a 5 and everything else was a 1. That means if you really want to boost up your training community, that you would want to put Mr. Satan in that particular community. But he's a level 1 in everything, so honestly. But I imagine, with the community board, you pair him with certain people and they get bonuses and stuff like that. So I imagine his bonuses are going to be pretty good. But the beautiful thing about the community board is this, is that with the community board, it allows you to customize your gameplay experience. So here's the leaders. You have Goku. He's the leader of the Z community. Chi-Chi is the leader of the Meal committee. King Kai is the leader of the training committee. Bulma, research and development. Mr. Popo is the Gods community. Master Roshi is the adult community. Yeah, I know. And Yajirobe is the treasure community. Now, what's interesting is when we first saw this screen, Goku, Gohan, adult Gohan, Vegeta, they didn't have these gold bars, gold things around their icons. Now, how do we upgrade that? I don't know. I think when you give them gifts, you upgrade them, and that what makes this better, and it raises their level as well, and it gives you more options, and it just makes them stronger. So you can actually upgrade these soul emblems, which is really dope, because also these guys, Yamcha, Tien, Piccolo, Krillin, King Kai, Bulma, and Mr. Popo, theirs wasn't silver on the outside. And also you notice that's a 2-star. The gold is a 3-star. Now, I wonder if there is a step above that, because when you look at the meals, when you look at the skills, they all go up to 4 stars in the game. So I'm wondering, is there a level above that, which is really cool. All right, so let's go see if they go into one of them. Okay, so the Z community here, Z Warrior community, overall level is 19. They're ranked number 2 right now because they have 2 people in there, and it's enough points between the 2 of them to raise it to level 2. So the active community skill support gauge initial value is plus 5%, melee attack is plus 1%. And you can see with each level you go up, you obtain different things. Now, if you want to beef up your character, if you want to make your character stronger, then you want to focus your soul emblems into the Z Warrior community. If you want to make your meals more beneficial to you, basically, if you want to upgrade your character faster. So like there's no XP boost in the game. Essentially, if you want that, you need to upgrade the meal community, and that's going to give you boost there. If you want more out of your training community, if you want more research and development, building cars and stuff like that, research and development community, you know, so we'll go through all of these, but you can see here, we've been through this before, so I'm not going to go into this stuff in great detail because like I said, we've seen it before. Support gauge initial value plus 50% is what you get on the max. Now, these are the community skills. Whenever you pair certain people together, there are bonuses that come along with that as well. Like this game gives you the potential to be pretty freaking strong, you know, because you get bonuses here, plus you get certain bonuses depending on who's on your team as your playable character and support characters as well. So, and that should let you know that this game could get pretty dicey. You get what I'm saying? Competition can get pretty stiff. So that's interesting. And certain people get certain dialogues as well. So he added Vegeta and it bumped them up to a level 3. Okay. Which is cool. So now they get that. Like, I like that they actually showed that. Actually, it bumped them up to level 4. Good gracious. That's dope. That's really neat right there, which I know that. And then Chi-Chi is the eating community. I always say community. And you can see right there, you get meal success rates and stuff like that. Meal effect duration plus 100%. That is amazing. And then also it has, for the max, cooking will always be a huge success. So this is interesting about cooking. If they put that in there, that means that cooking doesn't always give you the same amount of results. I guess it's kind of like training in Dokkan Battle. Like sometimes you train, you're going to get a great success. Sometimes it's a normal. You know what I'm saying? So that's really cool that they make that in there. So, you know, if you want to get the most out of your meals, you want your effects to last longer, you want to focus on the cooking community, which that is so cool, man. Like that is cool because this allows you to customize your gameplay. This is one of those games I'm seeing more and more that I'm going to play through it. I'm going to get one experience. You can play through it and get a completely different experience. And aside from the main story, the story is going to be the same regardless. But as far as how you live in the game, it's going to be different for everybody. And I'm surprised that they didn't kind of market that, because in a sense, this is what that opens up. You see what I'm saying? Everybody's not going to, I don't think you're going to be able to max out all of these, all of them. You see what I'm saying? Because what I think will happen is if you have a person here, you're not going to be able to have them on a different board. I'm not sure. We'll just have to see. So the training community you can see here, if you want to get more out of your leveling, this is basically where you would go, because you get battle experience, you get melee defense, key defense. It's really for the experience. This is what you're coming here for, because when you max it out, you get 100% to your battle experience. That's dope, man. So if you want the most out of your training and your fights and stuff like that, if you want your character to grow stronger, faster, you want to utilize the training community. If you want to get the most out of your meals, you want your meals and your effect duration, you want to beef up the meal community. And King Kai is the head of that. And then with the research and development, you can see the stuff that you get here: max machine level, build success rate. So when you build stuff, I guess it doesn't always mean that it's going to be successful. That's interesting. Build Zenny cost. So it costs, I'm starting to see what Zenny is for. Of course, you're going to buy stuff at the store, but also it costs money to build things. Of course, that's realistic. Anyway, max machine level plus 10. So, you know, and that's going to be interesting to see what that level does on those machines. And then max plus 30, you can see the cost and stuff like that goes up as well. And that's Bomas. And that's the development community. Community of the gods. And people see this and they're like, bruh, that's just opening the door for super right there, man. But I don't know. So this is dealing with your Z orbs, and this one is very interesting, and it yields a little bit more information about the game, because you got items obtained in battle, you know, Z orbs earned in battle, and then you have villainous Z orbs earned in battle. I don't know what villainous Z orbs is, because if you look at the Z orbs, you have the blue, the green, the red, you have the rainbow, you have the silver, the gold, and platinum. You know, I don't know if what they mean is whenever you defeat certain enemies, you get Z orbs from them, like the enemies. Are they referring to? But everybody you fight is an enemy in this game, so that doesn't make sense. What are villainous Z orbs, and what are they used for to upgrade? You see what I'm saying? Are we gonna be able to play with villains, and in order to upgrade their skills, you have to use villainous Z orbs? That would be pretty dope. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what villainous Z orbs are, because even when they talk about Z orbs, they don't bring up villainous Z orbs, because you have two different ones. You have Z orbs earning battle plus 10%, villainous Z orbs earning battle plus 10%. You see what I'm saying? So today I'm gonna do some research on villains, see if I can figure out what villainous Z orbs is, and if I can, we'll do a video on it, because it is something different than regular Z orbs. And when they talk about regular Z orbs, they don't mention villainous Z orbs. That's just fact. So that's very, very interesting right there. So if you're wanting to obtain more Z orbs in leveling up your character, you want to focus on the Gods community. And I think that is super, super cool. So, you know, and then you have the adult community. And I told y'all that's what it was called, because you got Master Roshi's little girl magazines in the back. Now, this is for the marketplace. If you want your money to go further in the marketplace, this is what that's for. Now, I remember talking about this, the Chance of Frenzy. Basically, what that is whenever you're out in the world, sometimes a thing called a frenzy will pop up or something like that. And that's where the trees and stuff like that will give an overabundance of production. And you have a better chance of finding like rare food items and stuff like that. But this is for your purchasing and selling. So the Chance of Frenzy, I just explained that. Item selling price, so when you sell something, you'll get more zenny for it, and then purchasing, you get discounts off of that. So if you want your money to go further, focus on the adult community. Now, why they call it the adult community, I don't know, probably because buying and selling is things that adults do. And then you have the adventure community. I always call it the treasure community, but whatever. So this one affects your recovery items, your HP, and your key. But it's mostly for your recovery items. That's the main draw to this one. So if you want your recovery items and things like that to go further, this is what you want to focus on. If you want more key and HP as well, this is what you want to focus on in the adventure community. So you can kind of see from looking at these things that this is something that you're going to want to build this stuff up. You get what I'm saying? You're going to want to invest time into this, because yeah, it's fun to play the game. It's fun to get the super attacks and level those things up. But they even showing the progression. Remember, they had that meter, and it went from green all the way to yellow to orange. And what put it from red to max was this right here, this community board. So you definitely want to focus on this, because this is going to be essential in maxing out and getting the most out of your character. Think of the community board as like breaking your limits or surpassing your limits, like in Dokkan Battle, whenever you have the orbs that you use to exceed your character limit. Same thing in Dragon Ball Legends. Same thing. This is essentially kind of what that is. This is the to go even further beyond kind of thing in a sense. So, and I'm just letting the rest of this play to look at this. And see, so once he has a Z right there, that lets you know. So that does confirm that you can only put one character a piece in different communities, because this lets you know that Vegeta is in the Z community. So I imagine if you tried to put him in a different one, it would probably change it. Or if you could put him in multiple, it'll just put multiple things on there. So I believe that you can only have him in one community. That would make the most sense. And see, they added Gohan there, and then he got a dialogue between Goku and Gohan, which is really cool. And man, you've really grown. Why? Because it's adult Gohan. Okay, Dad. And then they got a bonus. This is one of the bonuses I was telling you about, depending on when you pair up certain characters. Ultimate Father-Son Team. The following bonus is now active, and you would have to go into that menu to see what that entails, because they didn't show that. But guys, this game is shaping up to be amazing more and more. So you definitely want to focus on the community board, because it is going to give you the most unique experience aside from your friends and stuff like that. And when the game comes out and we're diving into it, I'm definitely for sure going to be diving into the community board and letting you know some of the best combinations and things like that, so that you yourself can get the most out of the game as well. Guys, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I appreciate the love, appreciate the support. Man, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. We are growing so fast, dude. Like, it would be dope if we can hit 9,000 subs by next week. And I think it's possible. So, guys, let me know what y'all think down in the comment section down below. Till next time, thanks for watching. Peace.